Come on, quit playing. It's time for work. Come on, quit playing. It's time for work. Get up here. Caspian. What in the world? Did you find my hand? Give me that. Give me. Look. He's already eaten, so he's not hungry. He might not play at all today. That's okay. Welcome back to Table Talk with me and maybe Caspian. I'm Chris. He's the one who looks like he's judging you, and that's because he is. But we love him anyway. Today's June 24th, 2026, and brother, does today's reading hit close to home. Woo! All right. We in recovery, we love our acronyms, don't we? Someone brand new walks in, eyes wide, maybe a little shaky, and they ask the question everybody asks eventually if they want this thing. And that is, how do you stay free? And we smile and say, how? H, honesty. O, open-mindedness. W, willingness. 3 little letters, simple but not easy. Because here's the thing, you need all 3. Honesty without open-mindedness just makes you brutally rigid. Open-mindedness without willingness is just daydreaming. Willingness without honesty, that's just a performance. You need the whole package. Keep that in your back pocket because it's going to matter here in a minute. Now, today's reading is called Tolerance, Principles Before Personalities. And the reading talks about something we don't always say out loud in the rooms, but we all know it's true. The longer you're around, the more you get to know people, and the more opinions that get formed about how you work your program and how they work their program, you start watching, listening, and sometimes you catch yourself thinking, if I worked my program the way they work theirs, I would surely be hammered, wasted. Be honest, you've thought it, I've thought it. Here's where I have to get real with you because this is table talk, and that's what we do here, isn't it, Caspian? Where'd you go, bro? He's sick of all of us. I don't blame him. All right. I'm probably not the only ones in the room, who struggles with pride and ego. I don't think I am. And when someone other than my sponsor, that is, or the people that I have chosen to seek guidance and direction from, when they start pointing out what they perceive as my shortcomings, the old me wants to jump up. There's fighting words. Put them up, put them up. Look, it's progress, not perfection. And I'll say something else. I'm not trying to be a monk. I'm not trying to be a dish rag either. I'm not sitting here pretending I have no spine, that nothing lands, that I float 2 inches above every conflict on a cloud of serenity. I'd rather be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. Feel me? There's a difference between peace and passivity. A warrior in a garden chooses peace. They have the capacity for conflict, and they're choosing not to exercise it. That's not weakness, folks. That's discipline. That's maturity. That's what the program is actually building in us. The gardener in a war, they never had a choice. They're just surviving. So we're building warriors and gardens, people. But here's the part of today's reading that really got me. It says, tolerance becomes easier when we remember that we ourselves rarely turn over our own character defects until we become painfully aware of them. Read that slowly. We ourselves rarely turn over our character defects until we become painfully aware of them. I don't give up my junk until it hurts enough. Savi? So why would I expect anyone else to operate differently? Why would I sit in judgment of somebody else's timeline, somebody else's process, somebody else's mess, when my own mess only got cleaned up because I eventually couldn't stand the smell anymore? Considering what our histories look like when we walk through those doors, it's not surprising that we bump heads. We're not saints. We came in carrying years, sometimes decades, of survival behaviors, defense mechanisms, pride, fear dressed up as anger. Of course, we bump heads. The whole point is that we're willing to grow along spiritual lines. What's the point? I just told you. How? HOW, remember? You need all three. And the beautiful, humbling truth is that tolerance requires all three too. It takes honesty to admit the other person is triggering your stuff. It takes open mindedness to consider that they might be exactly where they're supposed to be. And it takes willingness to keep showing up for them anyway. Principles before personalities, folks. Even when the personality is getting on your last nerve, even when the old you wants to square up, even when it would feel so good to just knock their head off. Choose the garden. Caspian has no problem with tolerance, by the way. He tolerates everyone equally, which is to say, he tolerates no one. He'll cut you deep. But we love him anyways. Principles before personalities, buddy. How Caspian? So just for today, I'm going to strive to accept others as they are. I'm going to try to not judge others. I'm going to focus on the principles of love and acceptance. And I'm going to be a warrior in a garden. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time at the table.